For today's adventure, we are going from Kensington and Crowchild to Dalhousie train station with 3 stops. We're going to stop at London Drugs, we're going to stop at Dollarama at Brentview, and we're going to stop at Canadian Tire at Dalhousie, and then carry on our journey from there. We're just taking a road a little less traveled here, just because the sidewalk or the pathway is pretty messed up there. Right ahead of you is Jan's Meats, his actual meat market. He's quite expensive, but a good meat as far as I know. Okay, so we're on the pathway that parallels Crowchild. We're heading north. Crowchild to the left, and of course the big wall here is a sound suppressor. A bomb ski center in front of us, and they're open year round. So this is a sidewalk, so it's a little bit there's um, seams all the way through it, so it's not the smoothest, but it is in pretty good shape. And occasionally they let the brush overgrow a little bit; it can be a little tight. Brand new 7-Eleven. I think they completed that a year or 2 years ago. Esso gas station and 7-Eleven. We cross here because you've got a light, and Fifth is kind of hard to cross otherwise. And we go under the overbrush. This is narrow, and for some reason, we always seem to find somebody sitting down on the side there, and they can startle you. And sometimes they have their body parts hanging out a little bit, so be careful. Watch out for them. Older section of town here. I usually ring my bell as I come up to the cross path, because you have pedestrians walking and or that kind of thing, but they've got their head in their phone and they're not paying attention, and you don't want to run them over. That'd cause a lot of trouble. Gear down, head up this hill. It's not a really steep hill. It's 3 or 4 blocks long, um, and we are on a one-way road here. Friendly people. We're still paralleling Crowchild, heading north. Older section, but the houses and yards are well maintained. Looks like we have somebody leaving home. Still going uphill. But it's not really steep, so it's okay. And I've got an e-bike, so it's I just pump up the boost a little bit. We're coming up to 16th Ave, and the city has been kind enough to build an underpass. They just completed that last year. It makes it a whole bunch easier crossing 16th, that's for sure. There is a pedestrian overpass just to the right, maybe half a block up. But on the bikes, it's not very easy to do. Gear down a little bit here because you're going to go up a hill and then around a steep corner. I always find I have a fair bit of difficulty getting around this corner. You have to swing wide and cut hard. But the pathway is very nice, and that's 16th in front of us. And a crosswalk here. I waved the white vehicle through. And we're off. Denny's to the right. Phil's up the street. There is McDonald's up the street to the right as well. Lots of hotels and motels in this area. I think at one time this used to be the western edge of Calgary, and people stopped here on the way out of town. Little strip mall over here to the right. Papa John's in there. Dairy Queen. There's a vacuum cleaner store. There's a sewing store. Not sure what else is in there. And the overpass to McMahon Stadium. And be real careful here because there is oftentimes cars coming, turning off Crowchild, turning right off of Crowchild, and they can get in your way a little bit. So, take a good look before you cross. And onto the pathway. And to the right in front of us is Nick's Steak and Pizza. Apparently one of the better steakhouses in town. I haven't ever eaten there, but that's the reputation I've heard. This pathway is in pretty good shape. And we're going to cross that cutoff lane here. So look left and be careful because they're speeding along here pretty fast sometimes. This is 29th. Good place to cross on the crosswalk. The end of the building there's a little coffee shop. There's actually people sitting out right now. It was chilly that day, but I guess if you have a hot coffee, you can stand that. This is a two-way road. Be careful. It's a little rough. It's been cut up quite a bit. Not a whole bunch of traffic on this part of the road, though. Lots of cars parked on the left. I guess that's free parking so that they can go to University Station. They can drop their car off and take transit into the city. Rush hour and early in the morning, it can be pretty busy because people are fighting for parking spots or getting out of parking spots. There's the ramp going up to University Station. Careful there. I've had people walk right in front of me. They've been on their phone. They're not watching. More transit parking. You can cut off to the right and go up one block and then turn left, or you can cut through the church parking lot, which is what I normally do. There's a little cutaway in the fence, around and into the alley. Hit the like and subscribe and notifications, please. This can be a busy road, so be careful. If you take that path straight ahead and turn left, you'll end up across Crowchild at the university. We're going to go to the right, and we got to stop off at London Drugs, Brentwood. The road in front of us is Charleswood. And we're going to just have a short stop at London Drugs. And that trip is done. We're on our way. Going slow so we don't run people over. Freshco to the right. That's just been redone. Pet Planet. Angles Hair. Sleep Country. Bank of Montreal straight ahead to the right. To the left is Harvey's and TD Bank. They've got a new indoor golf center. I've been in there. It looks like it's quite high tech. It looks it's brand new and clean. I heard that during the summertime it's about $20 an hour to rent a cubicle. That's a good price. In the winter it's $35 an hour. And we're going to do a short stop at Dollarama. Dollarama is done. We're on our way. And that stop sign didn't work for that guy. Right there is Cora's. Good place to eat breakfast. To the left is Wendy's. Beyond that is Co-op gas station. Right straight ahead of us is Co-op food market. We're going to cut through the park and go in behind the Co-op. I haven't explored all the pathways up here, but they're in good shape. Not too much traffic. Houses in this area are well maintained. They're older. Spray Park to the right. There is benches to sit through here. I initially turned right and found out it's a dead end, so we turned around and went left. Straight ahead of us is I believe it's a rec center or that kind of leisure center. There's a little coffee shop in there that I've heard is quite good. And we're going to be on the shared roadway with vehicles, so keep that in mind. I try to give 2 or 3 feet outside the parked vehicles just in case somebody gets out of the car and doesn't pay attention and opens the door in your path. That would not be fun. Oh, that guy is creeping. He wasn't going to stop, but he did. Thank you. There's a 7-Eleven on the corner to the right, and that's Northmount Drive. And we're going to cut off into the alley so we don't have to go through the light on Northmount. Conveniently, they've got a little cutaway in the fence so we can get through. Thank you. We're going to cut left and cheat a little bit and go on the sidewalk. And we pay for the cheating because this is a pretty rough sidewalk. There's frost heaves and root heaves and chunks missing and stuff like that. And we're going to cut across and go on the other sidewalk on the other side there. I have sped up the film a little bit, or the video a little bit, just to shorten the video up a tad. Make sure you give the pedestrians right of way. We probably could have gone on the road, but this road can get very, very busy. Nice lilies, lots of them. And I'm getting off so the pedestrian doesn't have to. School to the right, I think it's a Catholic school, but I'm not positive. And tennis courts to the right. Lots of people playing pickleball. Calgary City Library. And I think this is a Catholic seminary to the right here. Little strip mall across the street on the left. Not sure what's in there. There's a perlator, I know for a fact. And ahead of us across the street is Goodyear, and behind that is Walmart. There is a bike path both sides of this road. It's Shaganappy, I believe. No, it's not Shaganappy. I can't remember which one it is. Northland Drive. I think the parking lot is not open all the way through because they've got a lot of construction here. They put up a couple new apartment blocks in the parking lot, and the whole mall has been torn apart for pretty close to 2 years now. I don't know what they're doing in there. Extensive renovations. And this Walmart has just turned into a super center. And all sorts of construction through here. It looks like they're extending the Walmart. And there's a big gap between that and the rest of the mall. So like I said, I'm not sure what they're doing in here. So you can see they've got more construction ahead of you there. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what they're doing in there. And we cut left, and you can see the Shaganapie overpass. This overpass is done quite nicely. It's fairly wide, and they got quite a wide curve to go around. The video looks a little shaky because I've sped it up to 1.25 just to shorten the video up a tad. And crossing Shaganapie. And to the right is another co-op and co-op gas station, Canadian Tire gas station. And Canadian Tire is just about directly in front of us. This is our go-to Canadian Tire. It's well laid out, seems to be well maintained. The customer service is good, and the staff is friendly and knowledgeable. So we got a little stop at Canadian Tire. We're just going to stop for a moment and then carry on from there. So we stopped and we're carrying on. We're moving ahead. So we're jumping the curb, crossing the grass, and getting on the sidewalk. I'm sure we could share the road with the vehicle, but I try to be safe rather than sorry. Coming up to a bus stop here, and it's got its own microwave, one of the high-end ones. It looks like somebody just dumped their microwave there. And we're crossing the road. And hit the like and subscribe notifications. I plan on doing as many of the Calgary pathways as I can get to this summer to show you how to get through them and what they look like. We're doing the exploring for you. This pathway is older, but it's in good shape, real good shape. It's smooth. Another construction site. Not sure what they're building there. You take the trail to the left, it goes to a walking bridge across Crowchild. It's very narrow. It's not very suitable for bikes. So we're going to go up to the station itself and cross. There's a lot of bus stops here. This is a transit hub. Lots of buses are take off from here, come to here. My wife is going to take a little toodaloo and find a ramp to get up onto the sidewalk. I'm just going to jump the sidewalk. And straight ahead is Dalhousie train station. It crosses Crowchild with the station in the center. Wouldn't recommend going this way at rush hour and stuff like that because there'd probably be a lot of traffic or a lot of foot traffic. But right now there's nothing there, so and we're going slow. If you go to the right, I do believe you end up in the Silver Springs area. You go to the left, and there's Varsity Park, and Varsity Park, I think we ended up going down to Bowness Park that way. Pathway is good. Hey, thanks for watching my video. I'm going to be doing some more very soon here. Thank you.